I will never forget the sound of her laughter, not the kind that brings joy, but the kind that cuts like a knife. She laughed at me when I came home tired from work, hands blistered, clothes soaked in sweat. She laughed at my empty wallet, my small paycheck, my old shoes. "You'll never be more than this," she sneered one evening, waving a credit card bill in my face. "You can't even afford a proper dinner. What kind of man are you?" Her words sank deep into my chest, heavier than any debt, sharper than any blade. At first, I told myself she was just stressed, maybe frustrated, but over time I realized it wasn't stress, it was disgust. She didn't see me as her partner anymore. She saw me as her mistake. One night, she looked at me with cold, unfeeling eyes and said, "I can't live my life in poverty. I deserve better." And then, she left. No tears, no hesitation, just a note on the table. "I deserve more than this life with you." I sat in that silence for hours, reading the note again and again. The woman I loved, the one I sacrificed, everything for, had walked out without looking back. I cried that night, not because she left, but because she proved to me that love without loyalty is worthless. But somewhere in the middle of my pain, something inside me changed. I decided her laughter would never define me. I decided poverty would not chain me. Forever. From that night on, I made a promise to myself. I will rise. I will fight. I will build a life so strong, so powerful, that no one will ever laugh at me again. The journey was brutal. I worked 3 jobs at once. Daytime in a factory, evenings delivering packages, nights studying business and finance. I slept in buses, skipped meals, and walked miles just to save a few coins. People mocked me. They said I was wasting my time. They told me I would never escape my circumstances. But their words only fueled me. Every drop of sweat became a seed of determination. Every insult became fuel for the fire. Years passed. Slowly, painfully, my hard work began to bear fruit. The boy she once mocked turned into a man of success. The man she once left behind built an empire. The one she laughed at became someone people respected, admired, even envied. And then, fate played its hand. One rainy afternoon, I saw her again. She was standing outside a cafe, drenched, shivering, her clothes worn out, her makeup ruined by tears. She wasn't the same proud, arrogant woman who once walked out on me. Life had turned on her. The rich man she ran away with had left her for someone younger, someone prettier. The luxury she once boasted about had crumbled to dust. She saw me. Her lips trembled. She stepped closer. "I was wrong," she whispered. "I should have stayed with you." Her voice cracked. Her eyes begged. But I only stood there, silent. For a moment, I thought of laughing, just as she once laughed at me. But I didn't. I had outgrown her. Instead, I looked her in the eyes and said, "No, you weren't wrong. You made a choice. And choices come with consequences. You laughed at my poverty. But today, life laughed at you." I turned away, leaving her in the rain, the same way she once left me in the shadows. That day, I learned the most important lesson of my life. People who judge you for your struggles don't deserve to be part of your success. People who laugh at your poverty don't deserve to celebrate your wealth. And sometimes the sweetest revenge is not destroying them. It's becoming everything they said you could never be. Because when life flips the tables, their laughter dies in their throat. And yours becomes the loudest of all. I share this story for anyone who has ever been mocked for being poor, for anyone who has been left behind because they didn't have enough. Remember this: money can buy comfort, but it can never buy loyalty. True love doesn't measure your worth by your wallet. So, if someone laughs at your struggle, let them. If someone leaves you when you're weak, let them. Use their laughter as your fuel. Use their betrayal as your strength. And build a life so strong that one day they'll come crawling back. But by then, you won't need them anymore. That is how I turned her laughter into silence. That is how I turned poverty into power. That is how I learned the final laugh always belongs to life.